Good afternoon. This is Akashvani. I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. All arrangements put in place for single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh and second phase of polling in Chhattisgarh tomorrow. BJP President JP Nadda releases party's manifesto for Rajasthan Assembly elections. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh says dialogue and diplomacy are way forward for global peace and stability. India to host second Voice of Global South Summit tomorrow in virtual format. And in cricket, second semi-final of ICC Men's World Cup between Australia and South Africa underway in Kolkata. And now the news in detail. In Madhya Pradesh, all arrangements have been made for tomorrow's assembly elections. Voting will be held on all 230 seats in a single phase. A total of 2,533 candidates, including 252 women, are in the fray. A report.
Chief Electoral Officer of Madhya Pradesh Anupam Rajan informed that the Election Commission is fully prepared for voting.
तो चुनाव की तैयारियां तो लगभग चुनाव की जो संभावित तिथि होती है उसके एक साल पहले से हम लोग आरंभ कर देते हैं। बहुत सारी गतिविधियां होती हैं, बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज हैं, तो सारी गतिविधि जो सारा काम है वो अपने निर्धारित समय के अनुसार चल रहा है और हम चुनाव के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार हैं।
Voting material is being distributed in all the districts in the state and polling parties are being sent to their polling centers today. At the same time, GPS system have been installed in all the vehicles to send polling parties to their areas so that the movement can be monitored by their commission. On the instructions of the Election Commission, first time all sector officers will have to spend 2 nights in the polling centers only. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, all arrangements have been made for the second and last phase of assembly elections tomorrow. More than 18,800 polling stations have been set up for the second phase of polling. Out of these, 700 are Sangwari polling stations where only women polling personnel will be deployed. Voting will take place from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. while in 9 polling stations of Bindra Navagarh Assembly constituency, voting will be held from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. In the second phase, 958 candidates are in the fray for 70 seats. Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress are contesting on all 70 seats. Tight security arrangements have been made at the polling stations. Apart from the local police, central security forces are also being deployed. We spoke to Chief Electoral Officer of Chhattisgarh, Reena Kangale, about the poll preparations.
द्वितीय चरण के जो मतदान है उसके लिए 18,833 मतदान केंद्रों में लगभग 90,272 कर्मी हैं। उनकी रवानगी अब हो गई है और 1962 सेक्टर अफसर है वो इनके ऊपर जो निगरानी रखेंगे और प्रत्येक 2 घंटे में मतदान के प्रतिशत की भी जानकारी रिटर्निंग अफसर्स को देंगे। इसके अलावा सभी मतदान केंद्रों में व्यवस्थाएं पूर्ण कर ली गई है। ये मतदान केंद्रों में शांतिपूर्ण और निष्पक्ष निर्वाचन हो सके इसके लिए व्यापक सुरक्षा के इंतजाम किए गए हैं। केंद्रीय सुरक्षा बल है, इनकी निगरानी में राज्य की पुलिस फोर्स के साथ साथ समन्वय करके सुरक्षा के इंतजामात किए गए।
BJP President JP Nadda today released the party's manifesto for Rajasthan Assembly elections. The BJP has promised a subsidy of 450 rupees per LPG cylinder for Ujjwala scheme beneficiaries and 2.5 lakh government jobs. Releasing the Sankalp Patra in Jaipur, Mr. Nadda said that if the BJP forms the government in the state, a special investigation team will be set up to probe paper leaks and other alleged scams during the Congress government. Pledging a slew of schemes for girls and women, BJP President said a Mahila Thana will be set up in every district and Mahila Desk in every police station, besides an anti-Romeo squad in every city.
एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण घोषणा हम करते हैं कि हमारी सरकार आती है तो हम स्पेशल इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम SIT बैठाएंगे। जो लोग पेपर लीक में और स्कैम्स में, फर्टिलाइजर स्कैम से लेकर मिड डे मील के स्कैम में, माइनिंग में, PM आवास योजना में, जल जीवन मिशन में जिन लोगों ने घोटाला किया है उनके खिलाफ सख्त कार्रवाई की जाएगी और ये सुनिश्चित किया जाएगा दोषियों को दंडित किया जाए।
We have more from our correspondent.
BJP has announced to give rupees 12,000 per year to farmers under PM Samman Nidhi. Several steps for women's safety and paying special attention to employment and skill training for the youth have also been included in the manifesto. It has announced to take measures for civil safety and speedy investigation of paper leak cases and formation of SIT against the culprits. Also, it has been promised to attract investment worth rupees 5 lakh crore to make the state a 350 billion economy in the next 5 years. Jitwedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has stressed that dialogue and diplomacy are way forward for global peace and stability. Expressing concern over the conflicts, he said conflicts not only destroy livelihoods but also adversely affect food and energy security. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh attended the 10th ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting Plus in Jakarta, Indonesia today. During his address, he affirmed the ASEAN centrality and appreciated its role in promoting dialogue and consensus in the region. He also reiterated India's commitment to freedom of navigation, overflight and unimpeded lawful commerce in the international waters in accordance with international laws, including United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea 1982. The Raksha Mantri called for regional security initiatives that are consultative and development-oriented to reflect the larger consensus among various stakeholders. India is set to host the second Voice of Global South Summit tomorrow in a virtual format. The summit would focus on sharing the key outcomes achieved in various G20 meetings over the course of India's presidency with the countries of the Global South. The challenges posed by global developments are also likely to be discussed. The summit will serve as a platform to discuss ways to sustain the momentum generated towards the common aspiration of a more inclusive, representative and progressive world order. The summit will be structured in 10 sessions. The inaugural and concluding sessions will be at government level. The sessions will be hosted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The theme of the inaugural leaders session is Together for Everyone's Growth with Everyone's Trust, and that of the concluding leaders session is Global South Together for One Future. The Enforcement Directorate, or ED, has issued fresh summons to American millionaire Neville Roy Singham for questioning in connection with a money laundering investigation linked to the online news portal NewsClick. The businessman, who is accused of spreading Chinese propaganda in India, is slated to be currently based in Shanghai, China. Official sources said the fresh summons have been issued to Singham after the ED got issued letters rogatory from a Delhi court seeking to record his statement. The summons has been sent to Singham on his email ID and through the Chinese government channels after the ED routed them through the Ministry of External Affairs. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. President Draupadi Murmu has said that the government's auditor community has made significant contributions in strengthening integrity, governance and system building. She said that India's leading position in the world community is visible in the field of audit. The President was addressing the third Audit Divas function, which was organized by Comptroller and Auditor General of India in New Delhi. The President added that India's presidency of the G20 has been appreciated worldwide as G20 countries account for about 85% of the world's total GDP. She said, therefore, further strengthening financial propriety and good governance in G20 countries will have global benefits. She said India's Comptroller and Auditor General Institute is also playing a leading role in other international forums. She mentioned that as an external auditor, CAG of India has audited many important institutions associated with the United Nations, which is a testament to the world-class proficiency of the CAG team.
निकट भविष्य में भारत को विश्व की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनाने में आप सबकी विशेष भूमिका रहेगी। वैश्विक प्रतिस्पर्धा से युक्त आज की बाजार व्यवस्था का प्रभाव सभी संस्थानों एवं उद्यमों में के लिए प्रासंगिक है। नैतिकता पर आधारित प्रतिस्पर्धा की क्षमता देश के सभी उद्यमों एवं कार्यकलापों निरंतर बढ़नी चाहिए।
Union Minister for Fisheries Parshottam Rupala has said that fish production has increased manifold in the last 9 years due to various schemes taken up by the government. Mr. Rupala stated this while addressing the curtain raiser press conference in New Delhi for Global Fisheries Conference India 2023, which will be held on 21st and 22nd of this month in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The two-day conference will be held for celebrating fisheries and aquaculture wealth on the occasion of World Fisheries Day. The minister said that the total spending in the fisheries sector has reached 38,000 crore rupees in the last 9 years, which was earlier at 3,680 crore rupees. He said India is the third largest fish producing country with around 8% share in global fish production.
हमारे और भी नए इनिशिएटिव आए हैं। किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड जो किसानों के लिए ही था वो अब मछुआरों के लिए भी है और कई नए इनिशिएटिव इस विभाग के द्वारा फिशरमैनों के रिस्क कवर करने के लिए इंश्योरेंस स्कीम हम इनको दे रहे हैं। समुद्र में जाने के समय उसको अपना लोकेशन सही तरीके से पता चले और वो संपर्क कर सके कोस्ट गार्ड से या से हमारे अधिकारियों से किसी से भी अपने परिवारजनों से, उसके लिए भी इसको एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट हम इसरो के साथ मिलकर एक डेवलप किया हुआ है, वो लगाने की प्रक्रिया हमने शुरू कर दिया है। वो कुछ दिनों में लग सकता है।
In Uttarakhand, rescue operation continued at the under-construction Silkyara tunnel in Uttarkashi district for the fifth day today. Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways, General V.K. Singh, reached the incident site and inspected the relief and rescue operations. He said that the government will make every possible effort to rescue the workers safely. He talked to the families of the workers trapped in the tunnel and said that all workers will be taken out safely soon. On the other hand, to speed up the rescue operations, the heavy drilling machine reached the incident site with the help of the Hercules aircraft of the Indian Air Force. With the help of this machine, relief and rescue operations will be expedited. It may be recalled that on 12th of November, due to a landslide in the tunnel, 40 workers were trapped inside the tunnel. The 9th edition of the India International Science Festival 2023 will be held in Haryana from 17th to the 20th of January next year. Celebration of India's accomplishments and innovations in the field of science and technology will be high on the agenda of the Science Festival. Addressing media in New Delhi, Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh said that India has set an example in terms of converting scientific research for development purposes to reach the last mile. He said that in the last 10 years, the government has used scientific innovation in every sector. The air quality in Delhi NCR continues to be in a very poor category. According to System of Air Quality and Weather Forecasting and Research (SAFAR), the city's air quality index was recorded at 384 at 11 a.m. today. An air quality index AQI between 201 and 300 is considered poor, 301 to 400 very poor, and 401 to 500 severe. Maharashtra State Pollution Control Board has concluded that construction and other development activities in Pune city and the surrounding areas are responsible for the increasing air pollution in Pune city, and the necessary information is being collected for further action. In sports, the second semi-final match of ICC Cricket Men's World Cup is underway between Australia and South Africa at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. South Africa were 2 for 1 in 2.1 overs a short while ago. Earlier, South Africa won the toss and elected to bat first. In the first semi-final yesterday, India defeated New Zealand by 70 runs at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. Chasing a mammoth target of 398 runs, New Zealand were all out for 327 in 48.5 overs. For India, Mohammad Shami scalped 7 wickets. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. All arrangements put in place for single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh and second phase of polling in Chhattisgarh tomorrow. BJP President JP Nadda releases party's manifesto for Rajasthan Assembly elections. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh says dialogue and diplomacy are way forward for global peace and stability. India to host second Voice of Global South Summit tomorrow in virtual format. And in cricket, second semi-final of ICC Men's World Cup between Australia and South Africa underway in Kolkata. And with that, we end the midday news.